Antonio Brown, according to Adam Schefter, has just signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the Brown is reunited with Brady. And so the Buccaneers, man, Godwin, Mike Evans, Gronk, Antonio Brown, they have weapons galore. And the weapons, and they got more. I mean, that's a team. You look at Tampa Bay, obviously with Tom Brady, again, still a big-time quarterback at the age of 43, which is absolutely, positively amazing, unbelievable. But he's still playing at a high level. Might not be the Brady in his prime, but it's still a very good version of Tom Brady. But with those weapons, and again, I think if I look at Tampa Bay, I think this is Tom Brady's greatest collection of weapons. I mean, never has he had a situation where you're talking about Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Gronk, Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette when healthy. I mean, you got weapons everywhere. You got weapons for days. Put a week on it. Ice Cube voice. But you got weapons for days. And so all those weapons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady, I mean, I think I understand the situation with Antonio Brown. And I know he's done some things allegedly that are regrettable. But at the end of the day, the guy can play. And I'm not one. Here's the thing, and this might be, I don't think it's controversial, but here's the reality of the situation. People are flawed. And people make mistakes and people do some crazy things. And you got a league full of people that have done some regrettable things. You got a world full of people who have done some regrettable things. But I'm not one of these people who are willing to just throw people away because they made a few mistakes. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of those guys who throws people away because they made a few mistakes. And Antonio Brown has made some mistakes. But I'm not throwing them away. I don't believe in throwing people away. I believe in giving people chance after chance at multiple chances in life. Because you never know when someone's finally going to get it. And maybe this is what Antonio Brown needed to finally get it and finally get his life right. But this is a great opportunity. Obviously, Brady and him had some type of connection in New England. You remember Antonio Brown played one game with New England, and ultimately, he, after the situation came out, I believe it was the situation with the woman, one of the women accusing him of some type of abuse, allegedly. After that situation came out, I think she had text messages that came out. After those text messages came out, the Patriots moved on from Antonio Brown. That was the last we saw of him. But him and Brady obviously had some type of connection. And so that's a connection maybe that they'll, build upon there in Tampa Bay. But this is a big move for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I love the move. Antonio Brown is one of the best wide receivers in football when ranked. He's one of the best wide receivers in football. And the reality is this. This is really not a gamble. If Antonio Brown doesn't act right, bye, Antonio. See you later. You have all the power. You have all the leverage right now if you're the team. Antonio don't act right? See you, Antonio. Antonio has every incentive to be on his best behavior. He has every incentive to be acquirable. Can he do it? We'll see. But he's in a great situation. He has great opportunity to win a championship. David Pitt is now in a great position. He's with the GOAT, Tom Brady. He's in situations where you look at it, man, what do you do when you play Tampa Bay? I mean, Godwin, Evans, now Antonio Brown. I mean, these guys are all game-breaking, big-time wide receivers. I mean, Mike Evans has been over 1,000 yards each and every year of his career. Godwin is stepping up, was a Pro Bowler last year. I mean, so those guys, you add that to that, man. I thought he was going to go to Seattle because he was working out with Russell Wilson in the offseason. So my money was on Seattle because, I thought maybe that connection, that chemistry that he may have developed with Russell Wilson over the offseason, I thought maybe that would do the trick. I thought maybe he would go to Seattle. But again, he has something with Brady. It's clear that he has something with Brady, and that's the reason he's there in Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. They have something. They have something. Brady wouldn't have, obviously Brady vouched for the guy and believes in the guy on some level. And Brady knows at age 43, this is his, could be his last chance to win a championship. So why not? Why not take the chance on a guy who could put up some big time numbers? Why not take a chance on a guy who many believe was one of the best wide receivers in the game before all of the mess started to happen, before Oakland happened? We all know what happened in Oakland was a mess for Antonio Brown, whether it was the helmet, whether it was a whole bunch of things going on with Antonio Brown. I think Antonio Brown needed to just sit down. Antonio Brown needed to sit down. There are times in life where you need to just sit down. You need to sit down, sit back, and figure some things out. Antonio Brown needed to sit down, sit back, and figure some things out. And now I think he's all the better for it. And now I think he has an opportunity with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to move forward and be successful. We all need to sit down sometimes. Antonio Brown needed to sit down. Now it's time for him to rise. Now it's time for him to stand up and see what he got. See what he's about. See if he's learned anything. We'll see what happens with Antonio Brown. But this is, again, a great opportunity for him.